Hello and welcome back. This is Steve at Bucks Coins, and today we're going to be looking at the latest innovation of science coin. It's the Charles Babbage 50p, and there we go. Whoops, there's the coin. Let's just hold it up a little bit for you so it doesn't glare so much. Okay, a little bit about Charles Babbage. He was born in 1791 and at a young age showed an aptitude for maths. His parents educated him privately, but he took a place at Cambridge University in 1810. He graduated in 1814. He was elected as a Fellow of the Royal Society at the young age of 24. Babbage considered making a machine to calculate logarithms, and in 1819 designed a mechanical computer of sorts capable of producing accurate tables of logarithms. It was called a difference or differential engine. At 16, Babbage had the design bent, I suppose you could say, and he tried to design some shoes that he believed could walk on water. When he experimented with the shoes to see if they worked, he nearly drowned. Babbage was prominent in setting up two societies. In 1820 he set up the Astronomical Society, and in 1834 the Statistical Society of London. He believed very much in things should be free of charge to the public, and in 1847 he developed and invented the ophthalmoscope, but believing it should be free of charge to use and to make. This led to Hermann von Helmholtz being credited for releasing the ophthalmoscope in 1859. Babbage died in 1871. His differential engine number 2, which was unbuilt at the time of his death, was completed in 1991 in time for his bicentennial of his birth, and it is still on display at the Science Museum in London. There are other displays throughout the country, including at the Manchester University and also the Manchester Science Museum, of some of Babbage's work. The coin itself. I've talked about Babbage. The coin itself, it's different. It's not something kind of instantly looked at. I think it's a clever design, but it's quite simplistic in what it's doing and what it's saying. It's giving it his name, and I'm not sure what the reference of 2122175 is. I don't know if it's something to do with his logarithm, way that he worked out the logarithms for his machine, so his machine could do logarithms. I'm not sure. The coin, as I say, is fairly I don't know, it's one of these coins where, yes, you look at it and think, yes, it's clever, but it's clever, but it's quite simple in its design. I'm not overly happy with just text on a coin, but this isn't just text. It does have other items on it as well, and I've got a feeling, although I can't properly see, that each of the letters that make up his name, being considered what is the father of computing, it looks as if they are binary numbers. Now, if you don't know about computing and binary, each of these letters are called characters, and a character is made up of a block of 8 switches, and these switches are 1 or 0, which means to say they're on or off in that position. And in binary it goes sort of units, 2s, 4s, 8s, 16s, 32s, 64s, 128 as you go further out on the scale. And each letter has an 8-bit. Each one of those individual 1s or 0s is called a bit, and each bit, the 8 of them, when they're switched on in a certain sequence, will make up a letter. So for instance, if you typed a lowercase a on a computer, it would send 8 1s and 0s through to the processor, and the processor will work out, oh, that's the letter A, and display the letter A on the screen. If it's a capital A, it will be a different set of those 8 numbers, those 8 bits. So it could be, as I say, for each letter or each character you're going to have a different set of 1s and 0s, a block of 8 1s and 0s that make up that letter. Even the spacebar, when you press it on the computer keyboard, when that goes through to the processor, it will have an 8 character 8 1s or 0s that will tell the computer the spacebar has been pressed. Same with the enter key. So anything you input into a computer will have one of these 8 character numbers that will allow the computer to understand, oh yes, this has been pressed, and show it on the display it on the screen where it's needed. And that's a very basic lesson in computing. And him being the father of computers, with his name there, I think what they've done across the top, I think they're 1s and 0s, or it looks like they're 1s and 0s from the naked eye. And if that's the case, it's possibly that his name's been spelt out in basic code, 1s and 0s. Okay, that's the end of this review of the coin. What do you think of it? I think it's a design that has tried to be clever, but that being clever, I think if it is 1s and 0s, which is what it looks like, it could well be lost on most people. The basic design is, again, just text, and just text doesn't work. It should be a better design, in my view. There should be more to it. I think the coin will probably grow on me. It's not going to go into circulation, it's just going to be sat in people's collections, which is a shame, to be honest with you. We could have done with having this coin out in the real world, and people being able to find it in coin hunts. However, that's not to be. Okay, if you've got any comments to make on what I've talked about in this review of the coin, if you don't agree with me, say so. If you agree with me, tell me that. But that's the end of my review for this coin. So what I'll say is, if you haven't already done so, could you please give me a thumbs up, and also could you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It doesn't cost anything to give a thumbs up, and you know, it helps the channel out, or helps my channel out immensely. So if to end up, if you're having a hunt, I hope you have a successful one and you find the coins you're looking for. If you are buying coins, I hope you can find the coin that you want for the price that you want to pay. Until we meet up again on this channel, which I hope will be not too long in the distant future, bye bye for now. Ta-da.